So Pierre kept his job as a leader of the Canadian Conservative Party. I'm so happy for him. He even had 87% of the votes at the Conservative Leadership Convention. Sounds decisive, but it isn't. It says more about that room and the people in it than it does about Canada and how Canadians feel about the Conservative leader. This is the same guy who lost the seat that he held for 20 years and then retreated to the safety of Alberta just so that he could hold on to his seat in Parliament. Let's be completely clear here. Losing a seat that you held for 20 years is a clear sign of electoral fragility. And we all know that Pierre is very fragile. Needing a prearranged safe landing spot like that kinda undercuts the whole grassroots champion of the forgotten image. Leaders with real momentum don't need life rafts. Or a structurally misleading 87% victory statistic. Roughly 3,000 party insiders voted at that convention, and each one had to pay roughly $1,000 to attend. This is so far from a test of confidence. This is a gated event filtered by money and access. When you charge people money to vote for you, you are not measuring support. You are selecting for it. This is not the broad conservative movement speaking. This is an event with a curated audience. Political scientists have a word for this. It's called selection bias. I do wonder if the catering is any good though. Either way, the selection under those conditions is not proof of strength. It is containment. It tells us that Poilievre is safe within the donor-supporter bubble, but it tells us nothing about his appeal to swing voters, suburban conservatives, or the people in the working class that he claims to be the champion for. And in part, that in and of itself is a piece of the contradiction that never gets addressed. Western conservatives often complain about exclusion and unfair access to politics. Yet their own leader has been affirmed by a narrow slice of the wealthiest party supporters with disposable income and access. How do Western conservatives feel about the fact that their leader was selected by a pay-to-play process dominated by the wealthy? Poilievre brands himself as an anti-elite populist. But if you claim to fight gatekeepers, how do you hide behind a gated process? To be perfectly frank, this is the contradiction that has always been Pierre Poilievre. The boots not suit slogan by a guy who's never worked a day in his life. His whole plan is decidedly around protecting Pierre and not about attracting or appealing to even conservatives at this point. So to that end, I'll ask conservatives a direct question. Is this the leader that you think takes you forward? Because from where I'm standing, the pitch looks thin and the mandate looks rented, not earned.